Yo, what's up guys? Terrell here on Terrell Game Vlogs. I just got finished seeing is this it? No, I don't need that. Is this it? Okay, no, the other thing was it. Okay. I just got finished seeing Wreck-It Ralph, if you can see that. Right there. Unfortunately, this camera doesn't have autofocus, so I can't do anything about it. It's Sunday, it's only paid like $8 and some shit. Anyways, just finished seeing that, and I figured I'd give my thoughts because as a video game person, even though... I say video game person even though I don't really... The video game love is not shown on either of my channels really nearly as much as it should be. I have been a huge video game fan since I was little, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a review of it because... Well, it's not really a review, more of just a spoiler discussion. Kind of similar to the Amazing Spider-Man stuff, except this one is barely going to be... The negativity isn't really for anything that was inherently... I'll put it this way. Wreck-It Ralph is really just being compared to as the video game equivalent of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The difference is that this movie is not considered to be as hot. I rank that movie really high for multiple different reasons, where this movie is good. It does everything that it's trying to do right, but there are just things about this movie that you kind of wish they put in there. For example, they have Ralph do a whole bunch of... Not really that... Oh, and there will be spoilers. Let me warn you. There will be spoilers. Ralph... So if you don't want any spoilers... Yeah. Anyways. Ralph, you know, the whole premise is that he's game hopping to kind of find his place. But what really at the end of the day is really what he wants is just a medal. He honestly believes that if he gets a medal, that people will treat him differently, not really understanding the true value he has as a villain in his game. And the funny thing is, he only hops like 2 games. A Call of Duty ripoff and a Candyland mixed with Mario Kart ripoff. And if anyone doesn't get the Mario Kart reference, I'm like, come on. Look at it. Especially during the race. That was totally a Mario Kart thing. Which is kind of funny because speaking of Mario, by the way, there are portions where you will see like other video game characters. That's the other part of Who Framed Roger Rabbit you make the relation to. But you don't see Mario ever in the movie. At least I didn't see him. The closest thing I think I saw was like Daisy and Peach and Bowser. Those are the 3 of the Mario characters I saw. I didn't see anything with Mario or Luigi. There's like no post-credits sequence, any of that shit. Mario isn't in here. I thought he would be at the end. Like they would fuck with us and have him thrown out at the end. No, he's not. Now, I don't think I haven't mentioned this, but it's kind of obvious because of the videos I like and favorite on my main channel. I'm a huge Sonic fan. I think those are like one of the few games I have, one of the few gaming franchises I actually have like reviewed. Because I didn't review Sonic Colors. I Let's Played that on my Game Manic channel. Then I reviewed Sonic Generations. But the Sonic fanboy's there because he was like one of the poster boards for the movie. Like literally one of the movie's poster boards has Sonic in the front pointing. You know the sad thing that bothers me about that photo is it looks like the Sonic 06 photo and it freaks me out a little bit. Like he's doing like a Sonic 06 pose and it freaks me out. In the movie, you see him a few times. Now sometimes, and I was a huge nerd about it, like, the obvious times you see him are obvious, but there are a few times you see him like at the end during the whole wedding with Felix and, did we ever get the girl's name? I don't even think we ever get the woman's name. If we do, I don't remember it, but I don't remember hearing her name. But like, it's like during the wedding, if you pan over, you can see like Sonic in like the piles, like, well, like on the video game side of everything, it was cool as shit. Whereas like on the other side, her game's people were all pointing like lasers at the window because there's a lot of video game references here that a lot of gamers are gonna catch. Like when the king is like going into the code, he does the fucking Konami code on the fucking like NES controller, and I was like, someone better have caught that because it's totally a fucking, it's like up, down, left, right, A, B, and start. I believe that's the Konami code. Either that or it's the Mario code. I can't remember which, but I know it's a fucking cheat code to get like, to cheat the game essentially. I'm aware of that much. I even like, mind you, they use this part in the trailer so much, but I still find it funny. The one where he's in like Hero's Duty and like, he has that one scene where he like grabs the player screen and he's like, when do video games become so violent? And it's like, that's totally a joke on how bad like Call of Duty and like all these other live action shooter games have kind of flooded the hell out of the market. Mind you, if anyone, I mean, most people should have got that one. That's kind of an obvious joke. I'm trying to think because there's a lot of because the movie really only takes place in two worlds, and it really mainly takes place in Sugar Rush. Like, a lot of people were hoping he would jump games a lot, but the main premise really sticks around with Sugar Rush because of Penelope, who is arguably probably one of the most annoying characters, but at the same time, there's a lot of heartfelt moments, and even though she will get on your nerves. Like, it is inevitable. Like, some of the shit she says, it's like, you are going to get on my nerves. She is going to get on your nerves, but I had a lot of fun with her. Once she got into the friendship mode with her, she was fine. I felt like there were some emotional moments towards the end when he, like, wrecked the cart and shit, and I like that. I like some of the goddamn puns, like the Mentos in the Diet Coke lava fountain. That shit was funny as hell. Especially because it's like, that's like one of those old myths that you used to do in the 90s. On top of, there was a few Roger Rabbit kind of like references, like the whole, you would hit a guy with glasses, and they decided, instead of to do the obvious, hit him in the face. Rob like takes the glasses off him and hits him with the glasses, so it's like, oh, you hit a guy with glasses. Ha! I don't know, I'm a sucker for that kind of humor. I like when they take old jokes and they bring it and they kind of fuck with it, because that was funny. No bullshit, that was funny. It was like, you would hit a guy with glasses, bang, it's like, oh, you hit a guy with glasses. Or maybe some of the older puns, like, the king was like, the Fungeon, and it's like, the Fungeon? It's like, yeah, a fun dungeon. It's like, okay. As far as I don't know, I think the biggest thing about the movie that people probably didn't like was the fact that there was not enough game hopping, and there wasn't enough time for like famous characters. Like the biggest thing about Who Framed Roger Rabbit was the fact that even though the movie was still going on, you were seeing like a whole bunch of cameos, like the Donald Duck, Daffy Duck thing, the Mickey Mouse, fucking Bugs Bunny thing, and like Droopy. Like, there were a lot of moments where you got to see all these cool characters from your favorite old school cartoons show up. This movie doesn't really let you see that much of it. I mean, you get to see Sonic a few times. There's a Chun-Li cameo, Ken, Ryu, Zangief. The Chun-Li Daisy Peach thing is a split second. Like, literally, it's like when they're panning over Gaming Central. You see them walking in the corner. And I only caught it because I was looking for it. I was like, okay, what video game characters can I find? And even in the credits, they managed to do a lot more cameos. Like, there's a Mario-ish cameo, like, because they're running in the pipes and shit in the credits. The niggas fight Blanca in the goddamn credits. I don't know, I just kind of wish there was a lot more, like, video game. There's a lot of references to old school video game stuff, and I like that. I just wish there were more cameos. Like, where there would be scenes where you would see characters show. I was kind of hoping for that scene at the end of the movie where we would see, like, all the characters at once, like that big ending scene. The same thing that happened in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know, when they broke the wall down to Toontown and you saw all the tunes come out and they saw, like, old dude on the goddamn ground melted, and it's like, oh, he was a tune. And it's like, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping we would get that scene, and we didn't. I was kind of like, oh. I mean, I think a lot of people have said it. This movie has a good setup for a sequel. I even like some of the small things. It's like, how are these games connected? It's in the fucking arcade. And then it's like, oh, right, the surge protector. I thought that was a cool concept, that they were like traveling through the cords on the surge protector. I don't know, maybe that's just like a nerdy thing. I don't give a fuck, dude. That shit was cool. I'm trying to think. The turbo joke, I'm pretty sure will be used outside of that movie and is now like a reference for everything. Now it's like, oh, he's going rogue. He's going turbo. I mean, I kind of got the turbo joke. I thought turbo was referring to, like, I knew it was referring to being going rogue, but I thought it was a joke I just didn't get. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's what you meant. Like when you get to that plot point in the movie where it's like, oh, turbo is such and such. And then the big reveal at the end, which is kind of telegraphed because they set it up. They set it up a lot, actually. And I wonder how many people would now want to like play the game, actually like Wreck-It Ralph the game, if it ever had a game. Because it's kind of hard to make, it's kind of weird to make a game of a movie that's a game in the movie. Like, how would that work? Would you just make the arcade game as like a downloadable title in the eShop or some shit? Because I don't know, I don't think Wreck-It Ralph is actually a video game in itself. I think it's a made-up game for the movie, but still. The Q*bert stuff was kind of cool just because Q*bert's like hardcore old school. Half the people don't even know who the fuck Q*bert is, so it's like a video game fan's wet dream. But I wish there was more, because they like throw in so many small tidbits. You're just kind of like, give it all, come on. It's like you could have did a lot more. They literally could have did a lot more cameos, and I kind of hope this franchise gets a sequel. And we get to see like a Wreck-It Ralph 2, where he's actually game hopping a lot more often. But then again, the way this movie ends, it doesn't really set up for a sequel. But they could always do it. You know, like how everything was incorporated. Like, there wasn't really a part I was annoyed with. I think the only argument you could kind of make is at the beginning of the movie is kind of slow, but it's also where you see the most references anyway. But overall, I had a lot of fun with the movie. The movie was fun as hell. I just, you know, I don't put it at the same level as Who Framed Roger Rabbit, even though it's the same kind of movie, because there's a lot of more things that movie did that this movie didn't do, or I wish it would have done. So, movie overall is just kind of a fun basic movie. I'll probably get this on Blu-ray. I just hope there's a sequel, and I hope there's a lot more video game cameos. Because that's something I've always wanted to see, just period. I just thought it'd be cool. Anyways, that's about it. So if you've seen the movie, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. That shit was fun. I just got out of the theater. It's Sunday, and I still need to watch Bakuman, and I still need to watch Bakuman, Space Brothers, and JoJo. I've already seen Batum for the day, so I saw Batum last night, so those are the only 3 shows I need to catch up on. And then I'll probably have the Bakuman review out today, too. And then obviously I have class tomorrow, so yay, life! Anyways, this has been the vlogs again for your boy Terrell. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And I'm gonna wreck it! It's so corny, but I like it. I like it. I'm sorry. Anyway, peace. I'm gonna wreck it.